Hi everybody, this is Dr. Whipple. I'm doing this video to talk to you today about criteria in terms of paper 2. Criteria, first of all, you need to know that criteria is a plural word, C-R-I-T-E-R-I-A. The singular is criterion, C-R-I-T-E-R-I-O-N. Those words come to us from the Greek, and that's just the way that the Greeks formed plurals and singulars. So don't refer to my first criteria, refer to instead my first criterion. Okay, just a little spelling lesson. Okay, criteria are the constituent elements that make up a text, let's say, and we're talking about a text. We could talk about movies, we could talk about plays, we could talk about concerts if we wanted to, but we're talking about a text. So it's not the sections of a text. So it's not, chapter one, chapter one, to the peak, chapter two, chapter three, chapter four. It's not the sections of your snowfall article. It's the things that make it what it is. Okay, it's a little bit more abstract. Okay, than a specific section. So, for example, you could talk about the the way it's written, the diction. You can call it diction. You can call it the way it's written. You can talk about. Let's see. There's a lot of different media. So you could talk about the interview media, those little boxes where people are interviewed. You could talk about the specific interview media of the survivors. That's pretty effective, pretty affecting rather, and so you could talk about those as a criterion. Um, you could talk about as a part of the media. You could talk about the media that begin each section, like when you start the article and you see the snow just whooshing down the slide. You can talk about the maps. Okay, those are part of the media too. So you could do more than one criterion on different kinds of the multimedia. In fact, multimedia is of course what makes this such a fascinating article. Snowfall is the fact that it was for its time very groundbreaking, especially for the New York Times. Okay, you can talk about other things, and I'm giving you examples, but really the best way for you to think about criteria is to having read the article first, and if you haven't read it already, I recommend that you read it as soon as possible. Having read the article first, just sort of sit back and reflect what really affected you, what really made an impact on you. Um, excuse me. What made an impact on you um, when you read it? Okay, was it the drama? Okay, was it? I mean, we start with Elise Sogstad getting buried in the snow. That's sort of dramatic. Was it the drama of the story? Was it the mystery of the story? Was it the particular way? And was it um, Branch's way, the author way of using words? Was it his style? Okay. Um, and by the way, you're making value judgments on these criteria. Each of these things I've talked about is a criterion, okay? And you're making value judgments about these criteria. So you can say it doesn't all have to be good. This is a review, okay? So we make value judgments all the time about whether we like something or not like something. For example, I just rewatched uh, the movie The Martian on Amazon Prime the other day. Well, I love that movie and I'd give it a 10. Okay. Um, on the other hand, I just read the novel that the movie The Mountain Between Us, which is coming out soon, is based on. I'd give that novel an 8. It's a little too sappy for my taste. So you see how you can use numbers or descriptors or adjectives to express the value that you give it. So, for example, one of you might give Snowfall an 8 for drama, 9 for media, and 7 for style. I'm just making this up. And you add those up and you come up with whatever the total is, whatever the average total is for it. So not everything has to be, you don't have to glowingly love everything that you read. Okay, you can make critical judgment. In fact, what you're doing is making critical judgments. The word critical means to evaluate and make value judgments. It doesn't mean to say necessarily mean say negative things, which is sort of our common use of it. So you can be positively critical, or you can be negatively critical, or you can be sort of middle of the road critical. Okay? Folks, I hope this helps a lot, and I will be happy to answer any questions between now and the time it's due. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you on the internet. Bye-bye.